Yay! Where are you going?
I'm going with 3 ladies over to Khun Tan Park. Here at the park entrance is a kiosk area where there's lots of information about the park and what you can see here, some of the bugs that are here and some of the wildlife, and a nice map describing the mountain area. And you can see some interesting photos of some important people that have been here over the years, and it shows you the locations of the various sightseeing spots within the park, and also you can arrange camping and accommodation here. And there's a handy little brochure here to explain things in English, and there's another brochure in Thai as well, and it talks about all about Doi National Park, Doi Khun Tan National Park, and what's at the peak, and about the waterfalls and the various yaws. I've not fully understood what yaw is yet, but it's going to come to me by the end of the day after I've done some research about that. What on earth is a yaw? Because there's 4 of them. Anyway, onwards and upwards. And we've got some train time information here, and there's a handy guide to where we are and what you can view, where you can go in the park. And there are many camping places you can come and set your tent, or indeed rent tents here. I'll leave links in the description to what you're seeing here about the accommodation. You can reserve a home and camp, or you know, one of these bungalows that are in the forest area. We had a discussion earlier with one of the gentlemen up the top there, and he was saying around about 1,000 a night for a 2-roomed, very spacious bungalow with all the mod cons of a gas stove and a fridge. Give you an idea of the elevation. Here down at 0 is 884 above sea level, and then we go to 912 and then 914. So we're only going up to 912, so we're not going up very far. We're going up to yaw 1, but if you then travel up to yaw 2, it's 1,000 metres above sea level, and yaw 3 is 1225 and yaw 4 is 1375 metres above sea level. Well, we're down here where the road goes round, and at this 0 point, yaw 1 is another 150 metres, and then we've got these other seams along the way, and then we've got yaw 2 just over here, and then we've got yaw 3, and then we've got yaw 4 up the top here, up the mountain. And by the look of it, it's a very nice early morning view. Well, hi there. I've come out to Khun Tan National Park. I've come here with my other half, Dai, and some of our friends, Kumi, her sister, Gay, Ui, and also we've met somebody on a train. Her name is Nong Nam. We've had a lovely walk up the mountain this morning and up the tracks. The road actually does a weave through, and you can follow the stepped tracks through each corner and pretty much go in a straight line up the mountain rather than having to traverse all of the tarmac corners. It's easy-ish if you're fit enough, but people will find it difficult if you've not been to the gym for a while. It is really, really pleasant. I'm not feeling any discomfort in my legs, but I do go to the gym 3 days a week and treadmill 7 days a week, so I feel fairly comfortable doing this. It's a lovely morning up here. We set out this morning from Chiang Mai Railway Station and paid nothing to get on a train to come down here, and then we're paying nothing to come into the park because we are over 60, and it's a lovely experience when you're in here, hearing the wind in the trees, the birds and the insects, the cicadas buzzing away, and a little spot of rain now and again, but that's to be expected at this time of year. It's a lovely climate. We have come here to just walk to this point and then back down again, and then we've come here for lunch over at this little restaurant here. We've had a delightful gapao gai, and I had kai dao song fong, mai suk, and that's a lovely couple of fried eggs, not overdone, so that they're still fresh and runny. I think that's sunny side up in American, but I don't know. I speak English and Thai. The provincial boundary between Lamphun and Lampang runs through this park, and a lot of play is made of it. At the entrance there's a dividing mark on the road and some colourful paintwork, and people can have their selfies taken as they're jumping across the border. And throughout the park you can see that we're crossing over from one province to the other as this pathway weaves through the mountain, which in effect is the boundary between the two provinces, as is the tunnel, which is made great play of here because obviously it's quite a unique feature. And here we have a little a toy tunnel you can walk through. What a great way to spend a lovely day. Today, Tuesday, not a weekend, and it's very, very quiet here. Well, thank you for joining us here out at Khun Tan National Park. We're heading now down to the railway station. It's coming up for 1 o'clock and the train leaves at about 1:30, so we're going to get our ticket at the station. Can't buy tickets until half an hour before the departure, so you can't book them in the morning. You've got to buy them before you get on. So for us at over 60s we get a reduced rate. Wow, it's almost free. So look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. See you. Bye bye.
ซัวซาเดย์
สวัสดีครับ
นี่ฮาว
วิ่งกระบะ
มิงกันละบ้าเหรอคะ
สิ้นเจ้าเอ๊ะ